Next, we're going to work through multiplying a monomial times a polynomial. As we were going through these problems, we're thinking about two key things here. We're thinking about using our distributive property. Right? So whatever we have out front, our monomial that we have out front is going to be distributed to each term of our polynomial. And as we are going through and doing this, just like we did in a previous example, right, we're going to multiply our coefficients and add our variable exponents. So for example A, we have -3 times y minus 5. We've actually seen problems like this already. Our monomial out front is just a number. So we're going to take that number and we're going to distribute it to our terms inside. -3 times positive y is going to give us a -3y. -3 times -5 is going to give us a positive 15. Right, as we're using our distributive property, make sure that we're using our sign rules accordingly. All right, now we're going to distribute this variable x. Right, so again, it's a monomial, it's one term. X times x is x squared. We add our invisible ones. There's an invisible one for an exponent of our x. There's an invisible one for our exponent of our other x. X times 4 is 4x. So we have x squared plus 4x for our product. Right, for C, -2a cubed times -4a to the 4th plus 3a minus 1. So we're going to distribute to all three terms that we have inside. All right, and as we're going through these, now we're applying a lot of different things that we've talked about this semester. We want to make sure we use our sign rule. We are going to be using our product rule. Right? So we're just going to take this piece by piece. -2 times -4 gives us positive 8. We add our exponents. 3 plus 4 is going to give us 7. So our first term is 8a to the 7th. -2 times positive 3 is going to give us a -6. A cubed times a. Add our exponents. 3 plus an invisible 1 is going to give us 4. Right, -1 times -2 is going to give us a positive 2. And that a cubed is just going to tag along since that 1 does not have a variable piece. All right, one last example. All right, again, we're going to distribute to all three terms inside. Oh, excuse me, 4 terms. All right, so our distributive property, we distribute to as many terms as we have inside. All right, so 4 times 2 gives us 8. 2 plus 3 for our exponents is going to give us an x to the 5th. 4 times -3 is going to give us a -12. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 times 1 is going to give us just a positive 4. Our exponents, 2 plus the invisible 1 on this x is going to give us x cubed. Right. Positive 4 times -5 is going to give us a -20. Right. And then again, we don't have a variable on our 5, so we're just going to carry that x squared along with us. Right, so as we're doing this multiplication, again, we're multiplying a monomial times a polynomial. We're using our distributive property. We're multiplying our coefficients and adding our exponents. And one more thing to kind of point out before we move on to the next example, notice that whatever size polynomial we start with, that's what we end with. So in A and B, we had a binomial in parentheses. We ended up with a binomial answer. C, we had a trinomial. In our parentheses, we ended up with a trinomial. In D, we had a 4-termed polynomial, and we ended up with a 4-termed polynomial for our answer. Okay. So again, anytime we're multiplying, we're thinking using our distributive property, we're multiplying coefficients and adding our variable exponent.